Hello everyone, welcome to sqadia.com. I am Dr. Sananur Rahman and today we are talking about the pharyngeal apparatus. In this lecture, we'll deal with the pharyngeal apparatus, that is, we'll see what the pharyngeal apparatus actually is. The first section deals with the pharyngeal arches. We'll see what are the various components of pharyngeal apparatus, which includes the pharyngeal arches. We'll see the pharyngeal clefts. We'll talk about the pharyngeal pouches, and finally the pharyngeal membranes. Furthermore, we'll talk about the various components, the fates of the various components of the pharyngeal arches, and we'll summarize the muscles of the various pharyngeal arches, which are various components of the adult. In the second section, we'll deal with the nerves of the pharyngeal arches. To explain these nerves, it would be like one nerve supplies one pharyngeal arch. So we'll be talking about a specific nerve supplying a specific pharyngeal arch. We'll deal with the nerves separately, that is, we'll talk about the first pharyngeal arch first, then the second, then the third, then finally the fourth and the sixth. In the third section, we'll be talking about the various cartilaginous components that are formed by the pharyngeal arches. In this section, we'll again deal with the pharyngeal arches individually. That is, we'll see what cartilaginous components are formed by the first pharyngeal arch. What are the cartilaginous derivatives of the second pharyngeal arch? We'll see the cartilaginous derivatives of third pharyngeal arch, and finally we'll see the cartilaginous derivatives of fourth and sixth pharyngeal arches. In the fourth subsection, we'll talk about pharyngeal components. In the pharyngeal components, we'll deal with the pharyngeal pouches, which lie on the outside. We'll deal with the pharyngeal clefts, which lie on the inside. And finally, we'll talk about the pharyngeal membranes and what adult structures are actually formed by the pharyngeal membranes. In the last section, we'll be dealing with the clinical correlates as to what happens when the development of the pharyngeal arches does not go as planned. We'll see the clinical defects, as in we'll talk about the branchial cyst, we'll see how the branchial cyst forms the branchial fistula, and finally we'll talk about the first arch syndromes. First arch syndromes are a group of anomalies that occur due to lack of migration of the neural crest cells. The first arch syndromes include the Treacher Collins syndrome, the Pierre syndrome, and microdeletion at chromosome 22. We'll see how that happens. I hope you're excited about today's lecture. For further lectures, keep watching sqadia.com.